Hello and welcome to Vengeance 2017 here at Element Games, and we are Steamforged covering the event on Twitch.
So here we are, Game 6. We have Engineers versus Butchers. So we've got Henry K. We've seen him on the stream yesterday.
Back on the stream. Can he get into his opponent's head again?
Let's we'll find out. And we have Michael Kumba, who I believe generally is referred to as Mike. So we'll call him Mike for the stream. They are currently doing plot cards over on the table.
No, what's interesting about this game is that because of the a couple of drops that didn't turn up to the tournament, there's 116 players. If the pair down loses this game, we will be watching the final game of Vengeance, potentially. So if James Long, who we saw coast through to victory in the last game, loses this one, then this is the final game. But obviously, we will not know the result of that until later on. So.
And we'll try to, assuming that result comes in quicker than this one, we'll try to keep you updated on what's going on with that.
How important it is.
So people can plan their day around whether they have another game to tune in for or not. So captains have been selected.
Now
we are going for Fillet and Princess. I think that is, if I can see that artwork correctly. And Pinvice and Mother.
Pinvice and Mother.
We've had the roll-off. So I believe it's Henry has won the initiative.
He'll get to choose here. Now, Henry, we get to see him with a different captain. Last time we saw him, he was running Ballista. Obviously, doesn't feel that Ballista's the right choice into the Butchers.
Perhaps feels that with the damage output that they can put out, Tough Hide doesn't keep him protected enough.
Potentially.
And there they are, just discussing through, just making sure they know what the terrain is. So they have gone for the one that we suspected was a barrier in the last game. They have decided that that is definitely a barrier.
That's good.
The other three are obstructions, so the pile of logs is a barrier, which is interesting when you look back to the game we had yesterday where you had Mash standing on top of that. They clearly hadn't decided that was a barrier because he wouldn't even be able to stand there, which might have made that game go a bit better for Ed, but who knows.
Always confirm with your opponent
what terrain's what.
Terrain is what.
So at the bottom of the screen, we've got rough ground at the bottom, fast ground at the top.
Yep.
And we've got some players coming out here, so
unfortunately, it looks like it's a little bit out of focus for us.
But that looks like a Velocity, a Salvo.
Oh, yeah, sorted now.
Velocity, a Salvo, a Harry just came out there. I'm not sure who the fifth player was.
There is a Ratchet there.
Oh, that's not Salvo, is it? That's Ratchet. So probably Hoist.
We've got Velocity. Oh, where's my pile of engineer cards gone? There it is. We have got regular Velocity, a Ratchet, Harry the Hat, obviously, and I can't tell who that character after Ratchet is. It kind of looks like Hoist, is it?
Maybe.
Locust
isn't in his 9, so it's definitely not Locust.
All right, it can't be that one. It's not Colossus.
Cards are getting lied down now, so we'll be able to confirm in a second. That's the Ratchet.
Yeah,
it's Hoist.
It's definitely Hoist.
It's definitely Hoist. And then the Butchers, we've got Fillet.
Yep.
Is it Princess?
It is Princess. He's got no truffles in his list, I believe.
You are correct. No truffles in the list, so definitely Princess.
We've got Boar there.
Definitely a Boar.
Which means there's likely to be a Meat Hook because they are a nice pairing together.
There is definitely a Meat Hook and a Veteran Brisket by the looks of it. He does have both briskets in his list.
That's regular brisket, isn't it? That artwork?
The squint is real.
I believe it.
I think that might be. It may, in fact, be regular brisket.
Who is a great choice to try and negate the ball here.
Yep.
And we don't know who the last player is, as that is covered up currently. I would expect Boiler.
I would have thought Boiler, otherwise, well, yeah, I'm not sure why you got Princess in there if you're not taking Boiler.
Exactly.
Granted, Princess is only mascot. That'd probably be why. So confirmation on the model that is definitely a regular brisket, Season 1 brisket.
Yep.
We've definitely got a Meat Hook. And final player, it
looks like Boiler's model because he's got a low profile.
Yeah, it looks like Boiler to me also.
And he's been paired up right next to the dog, so yes, Boiler.
So what do you think to the team selection? Relatively standard stuff?
Besides the fact that Ox is missing, it's
kind of an Ox lineup, right?
Yes,
that is the sort of lineup you'd expect to see. Season 1 Ox lineup.
Yeah. I mean, there's 2 bleed models in there through Boiler and Meat Hook, so there is bleed potential for Fillet to really make use of. Obviously, it would probably be oil, not blood, leaking from Hoist and Velocity.
Sure. Groan.
It would be. So you got to thematically think of it in your head.
So obviously, the team with more takeout potential is the Butchers in a shocking turn of events.
Yeah.
But they have a really strong scoring game with this lineup too.
Yeah, both Fillet and Brisket have fantastic goal threat range.
Both have really, really, really good ability to shut down the ball from their opponent.
Oh, yeah. Like Velocity and Brisket are probably two of the best in the game.
Pinvice also very good at holding the ball
Pinvice, yeah. They're 5. Close control. 2 close control miniatures on the Engineers side, and no close control on Butchers, but unpredictable with 1-inch melee. So that's Velocity's job, is probably to pair off against Brisket. So to acrobatic in and get that one attack.
So we've got Henry opting to receive. I'm guessing with Pinvice put down, we're going to see a turn 1 goal.
Yes. Well, we've said this when we saw her last time under Matt
I'll
Hart's
be right
control.
eventually.
Yep. Have we had a turn 1 goal? Yeah, Shark.
Yeah, we've had turn 1 goals.
We've had a few turn 1 goals.
2 1 goals. So we had one with Shark and we had one out of...
Obulus?
Yep. Yeah, we did have one out of Obulus. I think it's so across. This is now game 6, and we've only seen 2 turn 1 goals.
That footballing game in Season 3 is strong.
Wanting to maintain control of the ball, we saw it with James yesterday, where the ball is a resource to use, and if that's someone's main avenue to successfully winning a game...
Don't give it to them. All right, so it looks to be Fillet going off to kick, which is sensible, and taking a bit of a risky kick.
Interestingly,
Direction 2-4, didn't cover the line. In the 4, going 6 inches. That will cover the line. That is a fortunate... I mean, it's not a great place for it, but it's fortunate that it didn't just not clear the line.
This goes back to what we discussed yesterday, where Hoist probably isn't someone you'd want to be sending in to score, and it's landed right next to him. That's a really favourable scatter for Henry to start up.
He
can be influence efficient. He knows he doesn't need to run. He can just pop on one,
move
up, pick the ball up, probably move into that cover,
super
and pass
reliable
it back.
pass. Yeah. All right.
Interestingly, no union in the 10 of Mike there. So I'll run through the 10s once they get going.
What's that one at the bottom?
There is. I'm lying.
It's Minx.
It's Minx.
I was going to say, really? No.
Who else do you think consider union-wise?
So they've got Decimate, Harry, Minx, Avarice and Greed, and Rage.
So do you think Minx would be the one you'd take?
There's a real toss-up on the Butchers between Minx for the influence battery.
And Snare.
Snare is a big old thing as well, especially when you're snare hooked. Harry is just a strong player, great playbook.
Big utility player. Chuck him somewhere, he can probably do something.
Yep. Avarice and Greed, as we all know, are the deadly duo. And give them goal scoring, singled out, high damage on Greed. Gutter, completely forgot about her there. I think she, with Veteranox being released, has been replaced a little bit as her role became a repositioner. Yep. And that they have that in guild with Veteranox, so why not take him if you want that?
Decimate.
Decimate is the last one. And Decimate's the one we were talking about yesterday that we've not really seen in Season 3 in any guilds outside the Union, yet she is potentially one of the best.
She's just such an all-rounder.
Out-and-out damage dealers. She is great at kicking. She is super fast. She has very high, very reliable damage output.
She's got 1,000 cuts.
1,000 cuts to apply the debuff. And for guys in Twitch chat who are asking what the lineups are, we'll probably get them typed up and sent out to you in a sec.
And then I'll run you through the 10 and those lineups in a second once we're underway.
A bit of action has happened so far. What we've seen is Hoist, as we talked about, walked out.
Wander up, stay in that cover.
Managed to pass it to Velocity, who I believe spent the momentum to make a 4-inch dodge forwards.
Is she within Harry's aura? It's next to Harry. I'm guessing that was
next to Harry, so freebie to do it there. The kick was successful, but with only one success. But
you only need one. And then pass.
Pass to Ratchet is also successful. And again...
So assuming that he's going for a goal, this is going to be a Pinvice goal?
Yes, yeah.
I can't help but suspect, I could be wrong, because I am so frequently, that we're going to see a certain plot card come out, assuming there is an attempt on goal.
I can't help but think so as well.
So sort of the perfect storm is when you're receiving, you've got a fast player that can definitely get up and get a goal, and then you just pop straight back out.
So using the momentum there, and Harry's inspiring hat to make a dodge, and then nimble, sprint, acrobatic.
So aggressive with velocity there because she's frequently so safe.
Yeah. Well, Def 6 I think in cover, and she just, with reanimate, the Butcher player just doesn't bother.
You just have to, I mean, the positioning's very clever. Yeah. He's gone to a wing. He's gone to the opposite wing of where he deployed.
Yep.
And he's just, the effort that it takes for the Butcher's player to get velocity down and the commitment it would take of moving the entire team over there. He's basically just saying, you know this isn't worth it, don't even consider it.
Yep. Ratchet there, spending one of the momentum generated to use his heroic play overclocked, using it on Pinvice.
Yep.
You can either sprint or charge for free, so we could see an 8 influence
activation. She does move into the threat range of Fillet.
Yes.
And Mike is aware of that.
And that was Ratchet making a pass to her and her dodging using Harry's Inspiring Hat.
So Mike now just checking out. Almost doing a favour here for Henry. Henry now knows the distance he's got to make it to the goal, something we were discussing earlier about the pre-measuring.
Yeah, velocity in a pretty decent position there to make use of the legendary for mechanical. It's not mechanical heart, is it? It is
the heroics mechanical heart.
Mechanical is that one.
Well-oiled machine.
Well-oiled machine. That's the one. To make a pass back. Fillet is, however, in range to run in and start.
Oh, maybe just swipe the ball and get a goal.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I think she has to charge to get there, so there is a defensive stance taking it to 6s. Fillet tackles on 1, though.
Yeah.
And it's momentous.
But without the bleed dodges.
Dodges aren't there, but assuming... Oh, no, I think we're
so potentially maybe he was just looking out of range. Just looking to set up the wall.
Yeah.
See, liberal use of the widgets here.
Yep, I love those widgets. I want to get my hands on some of them.
Yeah.
There's tons of those 30mm 1 inches. Looks like we're going for a defensive stance on Philip, making her that horrible defense 6 as well.
Yeah. The old Swift stance. Gotta love it. And I'm guessing this is...
If you're a opponent, you hate it.
I'm guessing, dependent on whether that measurement did leave Philip in threat range, I'm guessing this is basically saying, I'm gumming in at you. So if you're going for a goal, you've got to go for it now.
You do it now, yeah. The Fillet wind-up is quite long. The 3 activations for defensive stance tooled up. Yep. But once you get there, she hits like a truck.
Well, it's interesting. Henry is more than aware that if he goes for the goal now, Fillet can go and rail some damage, get some momentum, possibly get a goal in return, and then likely win initiative coming off the back of it, and then probably finish off the player they started beating on. Maybe even end up being able to get the ball back. This is a big decision. When it comes to scoring goals in Guild Ball, I could be underselling it slightly. Scoring goals isn't that hard.
No.
Scoring goals is the planning out how you score, how you get in range. It's not particularly difficult, especially with the fact you can pre-measure. The difficulty comes in timing when you score.
Yes.
And doing it where you've got minimal risk as to the reply.
If you imagine you had like a threat meter on your time to score a goal, it constantly ticks up during a turn until there's no one in range, and then you leave it as long as you can.
Yeah.
Until you go, right, I have to score this turn or you're going to strip the ball off me.
Which is why you'll very often see players try and kill the ball when they know that there are alternative VPs on the board.
Yep.
Because it means they don't have to think about that sort of ticking time bomb of time to score. They can just ignore the ball.
And this is what Henry has the dilemma of now, and we're seeing him in the tank again, thinking, can I wait? Will he go for me next activation? Will I lose the ball next activation?
And what does it do if I wait?
Yeah.
Like what? Okay, so he opts to drop the ball and just Ratchet picks that up. So he
gave himself the +2 move or deletion. I'm not sure. Missed that one. Overclocked to charge for free. So.
And Pinvice will take 4 damage at the end of her activation, and obviously can't pre-heal that.
And Brace for Impact comes out. Nice. So defense 5. Defense 6 because of Swift Stance, obviously. 10 dice. 6s gets 1, which is 3 damage. She's been tooled up and deletion. They are all confirmed
3
there for
damage
us.
onto Philip, so Philip will have 11 health after that attack. Uses
a
the
free
free
bonus
time
time
from deletion on this attack.
Ooh,
big
3
hit.
hits. That's 3 damage, or 2. That's 4 or 3 damage. 2 damage gone to 4.
7 health left on Philip.
Oh, we might see dead Philip here. If he can get 1 at a time, he gets 1. 3 damage.
Another 3 damage, put it down to 4.
Great play from Henry here, spotting this.
Oh, she's a powerhouse.
Yep, so Henry there rolled an extra dice. He said he bonus timed it, so spent the momentum. And just threw his things off the clock.
Henry's token off the board.
Right, we have just got to pause the clock whilst Henry fixes his tokens.
Gives us a time to catch up.
Pushed off the table. I think our head judge... So because Henry rolled 7 dice there rather than 6, he just picked up and re-rolled. His player said that's fine, I don't mind. Judge intervened and said a player's been played wrong.
Reset, do it again.
Reset, do it again. Or if you're happy to allow Henry to bonus time, spend the momentum, then that stands. That roll stands.
Yep.
And I believe we're just going to let it stand and Henry spends the momentum. Which, very sporting play from Michael.
Yeah.
If that is what the resolution of this is.
It's the risk of being really aggressive with the kickoff.
Yeah.
I mean, Pinvice puts out a hell of a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Turns out, damage buff stacking up.
Oh, yeah, right.
Works both ways. Sure, the Butchers can do it.
Yep, so
we can do it too.
Just confirmed that did bonus time and fill it on 4 health left. Nothing from that next attack. Fires another attack. Bonus timing to get 7 dice.
It's a big hit.
That's a hit. 3 more damage. He has 1 left. The 1 last attack. I think he's out of momentum. Can't bonus time. Needs a 6.
This is a big roll.
Needs to take a dice out. And 6 dice. Gets it.
Dead.
Dead.
That's a dead Philip.
So that's 2 VPs to Henry K. Pinvice there activating to kill Philip with Overclocked.
And he comes out with 1 momentum.
He gets 1 momentum for that, after all, taking all the 1 non-momentous damages. And she will be on 7 health at the end of her activation.
Pinvice activation ends, and she takes the 4 damage.
Clever play from Henry there to put the ball back safely. Go score 2 VPs.
I mean, Pinvice I don't even know if Pinvice dies here. Reanimate might keep her alive.
Reanimate is big for her. I mean, Boar can just rail her. Here we see Boar coming in 2 inches away.
I suspect this is just going to be a trade on the captain, but Henry controls the ball.
Yeah.
He does opt to defensive stance, so she's going to be 6s on this.
6s on this charge. Oh,
no
and
successes.
no 6s, so no berserk there.
So only 1. So yeah, I think Pinvice is safe now.
Pinvice is fine now. So 1 attack, attack 8. Looking for 5s, gets 2, so 2 momentous damage.
Pinvice on 5.
Pinvice on
with
5.
reanimate, of course.
Yeah, so effective 8. And on the 1 momentous damage from the next berserk
Pinvice
attack.
on 4.
Oof. So effective 7 health, but has to be done in 1 set of activation, really. Harry Dragon 5 up the pitch. Just making use of those activations. Only influence left on the board is on Meathook, who is probably out of range to go and do anything, really, besides sprint and attack. Doesn't the charge lanes quite... Maybe. I think
Boiler might be in the way.
Boiler's got himself in the way.
I wonder if it might have been wise. I mean, I don't know. We can't see how much influence is on Meathook, but I wonder if it would have been wiser to do that the other way round.
I think the other way around, where
and
you
just tool up Boar
and
send him in.
Sprint over there if you can reach, which you can. Attack
and then attack
hooked,
afterwards.
And then when Boar charges in, the best he's at, or the worst he's at, is 5s rather than 6s. Because assuming you hit with 1, she's then hooked and bleeding.
Yeah. Henry just it's a big hit from Meathook.
Big hit from Meathook. 3. Got her 2 momentous damage and a push, and she is bleeding. Butcher player has no hook tokens because they're not available in the Season 1 tokens that he is using. That was not an ability on Meathook originally.
Yep.
So he's using an upside down.
So, interestingly, unless Henry opts for the
2 health left
to heal, the
bleed kills her. She reanimates in the maintenance phase, and
so then doesn't have reanimate
gone.
for the next turn.
Oh. So 2 momentous damage, kills her, she reanimates, loses bleed, keeps hooked, however.
Yeah.
Is a character play.
So I'm not sure if that second attack was the right call.
No, I think if you... Oh, you take like 1 momentous damage. Get the momentum.
Yeah, you get the momentum, but you don't want to get rid of that bleed, because the
bleed kills her in the maintenance
now
phase.
going to have reanimate next turn.
Yep.
Which is just a pain.
Yep. Reanimate is one of those frustrating character traits, especially when you forget about it.
Yep.
And you, for me, I've had it on.
And the Butcher's winning the initiative roll.
Oh, very good, very good.
And the Butcher opted to go first. So I mean, I think Pinvice. I don't know.
I think there was a mistake there as well from Meathook. Meathook is super pushy. When she got the 2 damage push, should have pushed Meathook
to get Boar
to disengage
so
out. Your next attack has less dice, but then you free up Boar.
Yeah.
I mean, we might see that anyway, just to get Meathook can probably do 3 damage.
I wonder. I think ideally what he's going to be looking for. How many influence can Meathook take? 3?
Meathook can take 3.
So do you think it's safer to tool herself up and take 2 attacks, aiming for the 2, or do you think it's safer to take 3 attacks? Surely rolling less dice.
You want.
Do you see what I mean?
You probably want to. You've made a good point. You probably want to tool yourself up. Roll the 7 dice because Boar still engage him.
And you're aiming for the
and
3
successes. You're aiming for 3 successes, which
fives.
is just slightly above average.
On 5's the first roll, then on 4's.
Well,
because she'll get hooked if the first one's successful.
Well, she's only on 3 health because reanimate recovers 3. So if you tool yourself
but she's got reanimate back up.
Yep. So you hit that 3 damage.
Yeah.
Kills her.
Yeah.
Comes back.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Yeah.
And you take her off.
But after you hit the first time, you need. So essentially, if you tool up this 1 damage here, that will become 4 on the next attack because she's bleeding. She gets
3.
bled from crucial artery,
and
she gets plus 1 damage when she's bleeding.
So
if you just tool her up, you just need 1 success both times and you'll kill her. Oh no, you need to trigger the reanimate. There we go, I'm there.
You're there, you're with me.
I'm caught up.
With me.
The reanimate's got to go. It's not just 6 damage,
it's
just the timing of
reanimate.
reanimate.
The timing of it.
There we go.
So you tool yourself up, hope for an above average roll, kill her, reanimate. You're still tooled up. There's no bleed to give you the +1.
Yep.
You do it again.
Yep.
That would be the best way to do it. Oh, or
I don't think Boar can do it reliably.
Boar could potentially do it. He can definitely kill her once reliably. It's then having the additional charge to do it.
Yeah.
Attack
it's
9.
Interesting. It's interesting. Can Philip come back on and get? No, it's way too deep for Philip. No, it's probably not too deep for Philip to come back on and get it done.
Philip can come back on and do it. Oof. Yeah, people just explaining to those who have arrived late for this game what happened and how Philip got taken off. It was Ratchet tooling her up, overclocked on Pinvice to give her the free charge. Pinvice spending 1 to put deletion on herself, charging in on Philip and just hitting 1 damage each time, which multiplies up to 3 with all the multipliers or additions on there. That killed off Philip. Despite defense 6.
So he's going for an attack with Boar.
So he's going for Boar.
So he's going to be looking for some damage and then a push on the Berserk attack, I'm guessing.
2 successes. Takes 2 momentous damage. Now surely you bonus time this to try and get that 2 results again to push, disengage, charge in.
Yeah.
And he gets every result he wants there.
Yeah, so he gets 5 successes on that. No, 6 successes on that.
No, she's not defense 4. So 5 successes.
Yeah, it was 5 successes. And he takes the
3.
But now Boar
I would
can't
charge.
Should have
just realised that. Oh dear. Or concussion would be decent there to strip an influence off. If you're not going to take the push.
Oh, you just take the push.
Yeah, you just take the push.
There's no question in it. You take the push and she's dead.
She reanimates.
Misplay.
Yeah, I still think you push 1 inch to disengage yourself. You then charge her, kill her, reanimate anyway, and then you get 1 attack. But if you get super lucky like you just did,
walked Boar round.
Yeah.
So the reanimate's triggered.
Yeah. Obviously, she's going to go now, attacking Meathook here. 3 hits from Pinvice.
And he goes for the non-momentous 2-inch dodge. So, as we were sat there trying to dissect what we thought the correct play to do as the first activation was, we didn't really cover Boar at all because it didn't seem like the efficient route to go.
Just like in one of our other videos, Quaff charging in. We didn't see that come in because it didn't seem like the right thing. This time, getting 2 hits and on Boar. So 2 hits is very poor against Def 3 Arm 0 model. He takes the 1-inch momentous dodge. Gets 4 net hits. 1 damage push dodge. Dodge 1 inch away. He's got his jog of 7 inches. And then he can spend 1 to heal, and she is safe.
She's prime and ready to go next turn then. Reanimate will be back.
Reanimate back. She can heal back up to full health. Henry there, just figuring out where the best place to go is. Either he goes wide to deny meat hook, or he comes in to bring meat hook or potentially brisket in to bring the rest of the team down on their head.
He just goes 6 and then 7, so in cover, heals back up.
Back to 7 health on...
Reanimate has gone, though.
No reanimate, but I don't think anyone can go killer this turn. Just confirming momentum levels there. 2 momentous results. Went second, is up to 3. -1, back down to 2. Scores on the clocks.
So we've got both at 35 minutes. Round timer at 1 hour 24 minutes.
Yep.
There we are, the packed gaming centre. Everyone's still going. There are some sore-looking heads this morning.
Oh yeah, after last night's revelries here at Element Games, the bar kept its happy hour open a little bit longer, I think.
Me and Jamie skipped out early because we
disappeared because we've
work
got to do this today.
Nice and dull and boring and didn't drink.
Nope.
But I understand that we are few in number that opted for that option.
All right, back on the table. And
so just making
Mike
sure
here
that his billet's at the right amount of health.
Trying to figure out what his best play is. Now, the ball's still on Ratchet, who is very reliable at passing. Can get it over there to Velocity, and Velocity with enough influence on her just to nip in score if Henry wanted to. I think a lot of this game will be a lot of if Henry wants to. With Philip at the far end of the pitch, Boar's already activated. The 2 big hitters are out of the game a little bit currently. And
Henry just has control of all the threat extension. He's controlling the engagement range. He's got the ball. He's the one that, if he wants to, can add 4 inches to anyone's threat range whenever he pleases.
Yep.
Whereas you're sitting there as the Butcher's player, just no threat range to play in.
So what we missed there is that Princess snipped around that box to go and engage Velocity. Back over to Henry. Harry's walked forwards, gone crazy, and is now hitting meat hook. He just gained 2 net hits after armor. So he's got his choices of damage or pushes.
And he takes the non-momentous 2-inch push and just shoves her.
Momentous 2-inch push.
Sorry, momentous 2-inch push.
Hitting her again. Takes the momentous knockdown. Putting her down to defense 3. Making it a little bit easier for himself. And forcing that bit of control onto Henry, or onto Mike, sorry. This time, 3 more hits. Henry really wanting Harry's higher end playbook here, doing that momentous damage.
Yeah, and he just pushes away.
Pushes away, and then I expect a Molotov. Yep.
I'm curious if he's going to use it to block a lane or try and hit someone. So he's trying to hit both Boiler and Meat Hook here.
Interesting.
Are we going to see any bonus times?
No
bonus time.
Hits Boiler.
Gets it on Boiler, doesn't get it on Meat Hook.
Now what would have been interesting is if this was Henry's plan with the 3 momentous damage double push, is if he'd have thrown down the Molotov first and then
pushed her into it,
then she's guaranteed on fire.
Yeah.
And it's something that I've through playing with Harry as my alchemist, starting to do myself more.
Yeah. Lay the trap and shove him into it.
The double push or the single push is very reliable.
Yep.
Hitting someone's defense with one dice is not.
Yep. It just comes down to efficiency that you start to work out as you're going.
As you play a player more and more.
Generally, when I've seen Henry play, he very often goes to block lanes with that Molotov rather than try and hit someone.
Yeah.
And I just wonder if that's, as we talked about earlier, when you get into habits with teams, and I wonder if that's just a habit he's got into, so just kind of didn't spot that little bit of efficiency he could have gained there. Alternatively, he just wasn't aiming for those results. He was looking for damage.
He was looking for the 3 damage to get that twice more, get to 6 damage.
Yeah.
So this is Brisket charging in on Harry, getting, wow.
So it takes the dirty knives, by the sounds of it.
Getting lots of hits there. I believe that was...
So on everything. 7, that'll be a wrap, right?
Yeah, that's a wrap. So that was...
So he's taken the non-momentous dirty knives.
Yeah, and I believe it was 2 momentous damage.
I would assume 2 momentous damage. But Harry on
she is dodging, so it was the...
Harry is poisoned and obviously the 2 momentum generated from Rising Anger. But that's out the way now, and Harry is in threat range. So
of Meat Hook, and he is at -1 defense, so he's down to 2s.
The problem that was had by Mike, the Butcher's player there, where he kind of didn't have anything to aim for, he's kind of now got something to go for. Yep. It was almost as if Henry's right call was just play super passive. Stand back, don't push anything. You've got the advantage on momentum, and your opponent has no way of getting any.
No. So I guess your play here might be, if there's 2 on Boiler, defensive stance on Meat Hook, make her very tanky.
Well, I don't know if you looking at the influence allocation. You've got a bit on Hoist.
Yep.
You've got a bit on Velocity, but there's none else could English me. And then you've got a stack on Ratchet over there. So you need to be careful when you come in and cluster up.
Yes.
Because if you start to fully focus on Harry,
grenade into his hand and throw it out there.
Well, I'm thinking that you might see a potential Hoist moving over the line, true repping Tooled Up, give Tooled Up with the 1 influence on him, 2 Ratchet, and then a pair of 4 damage. 3 damage bombs?
3 damage bombs, yeah.
So 6 damage across multiple players.
Yeah.
For the death of 1 player, that's a decent trade.
We do see Meat Hook coming in. Gets 3 successes, which is 2 momentous damage and the bleed condition.
So Harry down to 11, and more importantly, additional dice coming in now.
Yep. So looking at... I believe Brisket disengaged with her double dodge at the end. I think that's a mistake, personally. I think you leave her in. She's pretty safe where she was.
Maybe he's aware of the double bomb threat and he's just trying to stay spread.
I think he's trying to use the push to bring Harry back in.
Keep him there. And the counter-attack coming. So he's going to be looking for the double push here. So just needing 2 successes, and that kind of wipes this out. Which
is why I think we should have seen Boiler go Swift Stance just to give a 5-1, which wouldn't have mattered anyway because Henry just rolled amazing.
We're going to see the push.
Yeah, double push
with the damage, right? Is that 4 successes?
Oh,
there's another dice just off. We've got a dice camera and dice trays. There's a dice just off. I'm guessing it's only 3 because he's considering, because otherwise surely you just take the 2 damage with the double push. Okay, no, it was 4, and he does take the 2 damage.
2 damage onto her.
With the push, so that will leave Meat Hook on 12. And Harry is poisoned. And
everything's happening to Harry, but I don't think anyone, maybe Philip can get there to take advantage, but maybe with a marked target, but the charge lane is blocked by that fire.
Yeah. It's not entirely sure on the order in which, because the more people he feeds in, assuming Henry's play is this big double bomb, the more he sends in, the more he's hitting.
Yep.
Generally, I mean, I guess you're going to look at Brisket as a freebie. If you get her, you get her. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah. We just had a tool up there on Meat Hook because she had influence on raining. Might as well do something with it. She might get to counter attack, and then it's for 3 damage.
Yeah.
Predictions are that Engineers will win, but only just.
Okay, so while we've got a pause in action, I'll run down the 10s. It's a bit late, but I'm sure we've had people just joining us. So the Engineers 10 was Ballista, Pinvice, Mother, Velocity, Compound, Colossus, Ratchet, Hoist, Salvo, and Harry.
We've got a charge from Ratchet coming in onto Meat Hook.
So going for the momentum.
Yep.
And he has 1 influence left, so he had 3 on him. But he
so
does, importantly, still have the ball.
Yes, which I think might be a pass over to Hoist.
Mother, and then Mother goes and drops it on velocity, perhaps.
Mother's already activated. Put down this nest marker in the middle of the pitch.
Oh.
They might have missed that. So going in with 9 dice, 10 dice. Gets 1 hit.
In that case, it's surely a pass to Hoist.
Yeah.
And then make way over
to the goal, or just keep it. So Ratchet there charged in with 10 dice and whiffed them all, needing 4s and 1. He got 2 net hits.
Oh, 1. Yeah, sorry, 2 net hits.
It was 2 net hits.
So
sorry,
gonna be
one of those dice were already in the dice tray, so it was 1 hit and he did 1 damage.
Okay, cool.
Throwing a bomb out. Oh no, just attacking. Oh, making the pass.
Makes the pass to Harry. And Harry dodges back.
And
clever play there.
Yep. Doesn't take the momentum. Because obviously Harry's hat doesn't work for himself.
Yep.
Henry there needed a 5 for the pass to be successful because Harry is engaged by Brisket.
Yep.
He rolled 4 dice with Ratchet, gained a 5, got the pass, and using it now to dodge away. Yes, I am ignoring you all in Twitch stream.
And spent the 2 momentum to take those conditions away from Harry. Henry just sort of saying, oh, there's a dangle in that carrot.
Yeah.
I giveth, I taketh away.
Yeah. Even with quick foot, you can't make it.
Nope.
Again, starting the early, getting into the opponent's head a little bit there.
Mm-hmm.
Saying, I know what you'd like to do, but I'm not going to let you do it. So maybe you should listen to me when I say you should do this.
Here's the best plan for you, or I'm a double bluffing.
Yeah.
And in fact, if you do this, I have nothing I can do about it, but I'm going to tell you this is what you're probably going to do.
Yeah.
So you think I expect you to do it because I know what I'm going to do, and you get that weird mind game.
Yep. So just checking out, using the Muse on Minis tokens there to see how many can be hit with the Pain Circle, put out the damage and the bleed. And I think Henry's actually ended up clustering his players well enough for a Pain Circle, which is pretty decent. Dish out, well, what is it, 1 damage or 2 damage on Pain Circle? The
1 damage and bleed.
1 damage of the bleed condition. That'll be, if it all hits, unlikely to, that is a total of 12 potential damage going out with bleed condition. What is the MP count on either side? I am not too sure. Henry seems to have 1. His dials upon 1, and I believe 1 or 2 for the Butchers. 2 for the Butchers. I believe it's the red dice.
Yeah. So it drops the Pain Circle.
And Harry takes 1 damage and is bleeding. On Ratchet. That's 1 damage and bleed on Ratchet. On Pinvice, we don't get it. And play passes back over to the... Was Henry the one that played my games yesterday? Yes, we believe so. Well, he was in our opinion anyway. Okay, so Pinvice wasn't hit, so Pinvice isn't bleeding, which is
good news.
Good news for Henry. Terrible news for Mike. Oh, he's there, sprinting up, getting into position. Play back over to the Butchers. Boiler and Princess. Not a great deal Boiler can do here, really.
No, it goes back to your inefficient activations. We saw it at the end of the last turn where the tooled up should have come out first to try and maximise the damage Boar could get out.
Yeah.
And then we've seen it there again where there's not a huge amount Boiler can do. So he's looking to clear the condition on Boiler here and then charging on Mother.
Oh, okay, so just to confirm what was going on there, the green dice was momentum,
Okay.
So he had 1. And the red dice is Henry's score to keep his opponent.
So I'm assuming, looking at the dice pool, we're going to see green for momentum.
Yep.
We're going to see red for Henry's VPs and blue for his own VPs.
Yep. Oh. 6 hits from Boiler on the charge. I believe that might even be a wrap. He can take 3 momentous damage and 1 non-momentous damage. That takes 4 and is bleeding.
So his mother will be on 5 health. And yes, as Henry has just said, everyone is bleeding.
Yeah. Alright, so what's that mother left on?
5 health left on mother.
She's not an explodey robot, is she?
She is not an exploding robot, nor is she one that reanimates.
Ah. Someone saying Michael's side of the board would drive me crazy. I would agree. That is a very messy.
Bit chaotic.
Yeah, and cards just pushing more and more forwards. I myself am very much like Henry there. I like to have things
in order. So I know where everything is. Everything is nice and quick. I don't like losing time on my clock due to trying to find things.
A token, yeah.
So velocity coming in. And
everyone punching everyone.
And punching Fillet.
Gets no hits.
No hits, end of the turn. Both have 1 momentum, so we're going to see a straight dice roll.
Ooh.
Both players on 28 minutes on the clocks also. So it's a 2 and a 6.
Oh. So Butchers have the choice of going first, and Henry asks, would you like it? And the Butcher player takes a moment to think.
And then they'll bleed, which does heal. Are they close enough to heal Fillet up?
Is it 6-inch range or 4-inch range?
6.
6 inches. So
I'm assuming Fillet was definitely a Rage of Mother, so Fillet should have healed a bit there.
Yes.
But I'm not sure if that was covered.
Those dodge widgets that are used, I believe, are from Frozen Forge.
Yes, I believe.
Yeah, so there we are. Fillet back up, gets the 1.
So Fillet on 8. And we saw Mother take 3 damage from that bleed.
Mother took 3.
So is on 2 health.
Ratchet took 3.
So is on 13 health.
And Harry took 3. So
by my maths is on 7. You wouldn't believe how much more confusing it gets when you have a model that goes crazy to try and keep track of their health.
So they take damage all the time. Although I believe Henry said Harry was on 10. Which to me means a non-marked crazy, but we shall see.
Yeah. Keep your eye on that.
On Harry's card, which is at the very top of Henry's stack there, it does look like one full row of health.
Yeah.
So I think
is maybe an unmarked crazy.
Yep, but we do have a judge on that table who should be keeping an eye on these things. After the last game, we've decided to put someone up there, so it's not on our heads to keep track of this anymore.
Obviously, we keep track of damage as best we can, so we can convey the best information possible to those watching so they can keep up with what's going on.
Yep.
Not so we can intervene with misplays and unmarked damage.
Yeah. Huh. Message in there, Henry, the clock killer. Okay.
Both on 27 minutes.
Both on 27 minutes, so it's not working yet. Putting the tokens on the cards is a good idea. I tend to have mine off to the side in lists of...
I use ones that I write on. Just generic write on ones.
Generic writable ones. Makes a lot of sense.
So I just have a pile of them, and I don't need to look for specific ones. Just scribble on there. That's what that is.
Myself, I where sort of Henry's red pennies would have on that side of the board all my tokens
laid out in a nice
laid
order.
out in sort of rows as to which player they are. And generally, I just end up with Commanding Aura, True Grit, and Tooled Up in front of me. And if it's Alchemists, I don't need any, except maybe Clone.
You just need a big old pile of condition tokens.
Just need all my condition tokens.
So Henry using fancy
also,
widgets again.
Frozen Forge widgets there.
Just to try and plan out this pin vice activation. I can't help but think we might be seeing a deletion attempt on Fillet.
On Fillet. Take 2. So what makes it really clear here is that those tokens allow you to see the perfect path, avoiding B-Hook's melee zone there.
Yep.
Both players just confirming that it's possible to do.
So we're going to have a judge coming in to see if Pinvice can get within one with this jog.
It's within one and avoiding one of meat hook. So let's hope Ed's got steady hands.
And just to clarify, Mike didn't think this was within one.
And yeah, from our angle, that certainly looks out.
Does look out.
Don't know what he's measuring. Yeah.
I can't help but think that might have been a little bump from Ed when Ed had that measure and implement on the wrong side of the model, but we can but speculate.
When you can't trust the judge, who can you trust?
Trust no one. Words to live
trust
by.
Trust the commentators.
Sure. We know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, well, there goes the goal. Fortunately, that is locked in place, so that doesn't matter.
So, not in with that, so that activation not a goer.
Did the ref just push the model in range? No, they decided that it was out.
So while we're at a brief pause,
yep.
I think it's fair to say it'd be nice if people could get in contact with any feedback they have on the commentary and how we've done this, any improvements they think we could make.
Yeah, definitely.
The only one I will jump in and say, before people say it looks like it's out of focus or blurry, that is down to the internet limitation of where we are, rather than down to the cameras. So when it goes on YouTube,
is beautiful.
When it goes on YouTube, it'll be a lot clearer. So that is a bitrate thing, not a camera thing.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we did have our bitrate quite high to begin with, and the stream was just falling over.
Very choppy, collapsy. Okay, so the ball dropped from Harry onto Pinvice.
I believe he just dropped it, didn't he? And Harry,
so he's charging and hasn't said he's going crazy yet. Definitely hasn't marked it. So we need to keep our eye on these.
Yeah. And getting the tokens out again. Is the clock ticking again?
Yes.
Okay. Update on time. We have got 24 minutes on the Butcher clock and 27 minutes on Henry's clock. A freehand camera roaming. I don't think that will be... Oh, okay. Yeah. Commentary is great, easy to follow. That's nice. My updates on the clock there, scratch that, reverse it. It's 24 minutes on Henry's clock, 27 minutes on Mike's clock.
Yeah.
Sorry, our feed coming through there is upside down.
So the going crazy comes out there.
Yep, so down to 7 health.
So I've got 7 marked. I think there may have been a mismark there, but I'm not 100% certain.
One more useful info with where the players are in the tournament. So these guys are in positions 1 and 2 currently.
Yes.
And Harry there getting the momentous knockdown on Fillet.
So I'm assuming he took some No, didn't roll high enough. 1 short.
Yep. Looking for 4s this time. And gets 5 hits. And that's what he wants. That's 3 damage or 2 momentous. Wonder what he'll choose. Goes for the 2 momentous damage and 2-inch push.
So am I right in saying that's the first damage on Fillet, bringing her down to 6?
This turn, yeah.
Correct.
Since she healed up.
And mid widgets being removed and no bumps. So nicely done there, because that's the one disadvantage to those widgets is once you pick them back up, bumping those models that you've intricately weaved that path through can be awkward.
Maybe if they had little magnets in them.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, that's not the worst idea in the world.
Oh, right.
You're in the wrong business.
Damn it. I'm in the right business. I'm in the gaming industry.
You're in the wrong role.
I'm in the wrong role.
You got the wrong job title.
Damn it. Matt Elliott, I'm coming for your job. No, I'm not.
I don't want that.
I don't want that. All right, so back over to the Butchers.
So, in like the fifth or sixth activation of the game, we saw a captain takeout.
Yep.
And now it's kind of got into a bit of a rook.
Yeah.
But we have now seen that like the state of turn 2 was one of just sort of getting those threat ranges right. That's kind of all collapsed on each other now.
Yeah.
And now we see just endless options for both players, and this is just trying to monitor to see what they think is the right thing to do.
So we've still got Brisket Boar. Meat Hook is there in the middle as well.
Meat Hook is on 11 health by my calculation. Boar's taken 1 by my calculation, and Fillet's on 6 health. The rest are full health.
Yeah, so I think we're looking at a goal run from Fillet here.
Goal run from Fillet.
Trying to get into tapping range to accept that there will be a...
Just hoping he remembered about close control.
Doubt it. Doesn't look like a lot on Fillet.
No.
But it also means... Huh. And they were using a... they're using a 5-inch stick to measure 4 inches there.
Yep.
And
sporting from
Henry
there,
from
just saying, just so you're aware, that's a 5-inch widget. You're definitely in range. This is a 6.
Yeah.
Something we haven't really covered yet,
yeah,
and we probably should. It's very well. We kind of covered it a bit yesterday. It's very easy for us to sit here with our fancy bird's eye view and critique everything that's going on. Obviously, very different when you're actually on an end of a pitch and trying to gauge distance and work out what's what. And you add onto that the stress of this is game 6. These guys have been playing competitive Guild Ball all weekend.
Yep.
I mean, I don't really attend events so much myself these days.
Nope.
But I tended to do sort of your 32-man 5 rounds in one day.
And by
it's exhausting.
By game 5, you are scrambled.
Just the mental strain. And it sounds silly. It's just
really
toy soldiers. But
whenever I've spoken to anybody who isn't a wargamer and they're like, "Oh, how was your weekend?" It's like, "Oh, I went to a tournament."
I'm shattered.
You must enjoyed it then. It's like, "Yeah, but I'm really tired." Yep. They're like, "Oh, what did you do?" It's like, "Oh, I stood at the table all day, but it's mentally draining." And to anyone who doesn't play, it doesn't sound
it doesn't sound strenuous at all.
Just seeing a attack come in from Fillet there on Harry, takes 2 damage and is down to 5 health remaining. Harry there is counter-attacking and bonus time
Absolute
in it to
monster
get to
at those counter-attacks.
8 dice, needing 5s, and does nothing.
Well,
what did you just say? He's an absolute... You cursed that.
If I curse it?
Yeah.
An absolute powerhouse counter-attacking. As long as you can roll 2 successes on 7 dice.
8 dice. Bonus time.
Was that on 8, was it?
Yeah, bonus time.
So it was obviously important. Harry's probably going to go down here.
Got
Harry with 1
Harry
health
down
left.
to 1 health remaining. Each time, the 2 attacks there, just chipping away, 1 momentous, and oh!
So, take your pick of how you kill him.
7. Is that a wrap?
No. 7 long playbook.
7 long playbook.
And so that is 2 VPs to Michael.
2-2.
Fillet getting a bit of revenge there.
Yep, dodging an inch away, and I expect a heal to come in. Nope, no heal.
No heal. So Fillet sitting there on 6. I guess he thinks she's safe. I mean, with 6 now.
6 on Pinvice.
Pinvice. I mean, the overclock. Is Ratchet gone yet?
Ratchet's been,
Ratchet's been. So the overclock isn't.
Oh no! Wait, no, he's not. Sorry. Look at the wrong model.
Standing in front of Pinvice.
Standing in front of Pinvice.
So move forward. Move to the side. Chuck the overclock on Pinvice.
There we are. Let's say tool up overclock.
Oh! Called it.
Called it. Overclock and tooled up.
And I guess you don't deletion, do you?
No.
You don't deletion. You don't need to deletion. Or do you? Do you make sure?
If you deletion, every attack is 3 damage if it hits once.
And she's got 6. Fillet with 6 health.
Quite a few.
I guess it entirely depends on if we see a heal come out on Fillet. If you see a heal come out on Fillet, you deletion. You take your 5 attacks. The 6 on
6
Pinvice.
on there.
So you take your 5 attacks. Or has a lane just opened up for some push dodge nonsense, a kill and a goal?
Potentially. I was also looking there at the potential of going in on 4 with deletion.
I think it's. I guess it depends what you're looking for. I mean, what damage can she do with it? What's the highest amount of damage she can do with push dodges attached to it? Ignoring damage
with
modifiers?
With push dodges, 1 damage. So it would go to 3 momentous damage and a push dodge on 4 hits.
Which against board, you
would hope. And there is 1 momentous which is up to 3 with a dodge on 3 hits.
But you do have Brisket over there with ball.
But you might. Sorry, we just had to clarify something there. If she goes in, she charge ball. If Brisket doesn't unpredictable, you can start 1 dice attacking her.
Yeah.
And then on your 1, you've got 1 damage.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it entirely depends on
she has
how
so
greedy or not greedy Pinvice wants to be.
She has so many options open to her at the moment.
So we're looking at Brisket and maybe hoping to be coming in on Pinvice.
And I mean, whoever you're throwing at Pinvice at the moment is dying. The option is there to
I'm
kill.
guessing he's going to try and get that ball.
I mean, with deletion available, there's 5 attacks. That's a very reliable 15 damage on any player. And the Butchers are glass cannons.
Yep.
15 damage, except Boar, but that would kill most of these guys.
So I think you might be correct there, where if you can, if the option's available, you go and get Boar. You keep him engaged.
Yeah.
Or just kill him.
Yeah, just kill him.
And then you win initiative.
Because you've generated all that momentum.
And then maybe try and finish Fillet.
Yeah, finish Fillet goal. Deletion yourself. Finish her off. That's 2, 4, 6 goal. You put yourself on 10. Then you're. Oh, here we go.
So she does deletion. Okay, she's just going for
as
Brisket.
we said, deletion on Pinvice, and here we go. So rolling 5 dice and bonus timing frequently to get the dice back up. Looking for 4s and 1. 3 hits can be either 4 damage.
I think he's. So he does go for the 2 damage.
2 non-momentous damage, which goes to 4.
So another 2 of them. I mean, he might go for the. He might go for 2 takeouts here.
Yeah.
He kills Brisket here, then charges Fillet.
Gets 1 hit, which goes up to 3 damage. And we have a counter attack, needing 5s. Gets 1 hit, which is 1 damage. So 1 damage on Pinvice from the counter attack from Brisket there.
So I can't help but think here we might be seeing an attempt for the takeout on both Brisket.
3 more damage there from the roll.
2 left on Brisket. So Brisket's going to go down here.
Yep. Henry there.
Ooh, big roll.
So Henry there taking out Brisket.
Overclocked.
And that is 4 VPs to Henry. And he has overclocked and 1 influence left.
So this could be, depending on the threat range. Is that Meat Hook directly in front?
Meat Hook directly in front.
Just go into Meat Hook.
Just go. How much health has she got now?
She's got 11. You can't get her dead.
Can't kill her, but you can really get her close.
So he spends 1 to heal Pinvice. She's back up to 10.
Heals Pinvice. Now, Meat Hook lost her knockdown, I believe. Oh, there's no knockdown. So.
And Henry just confirming as to whether she has knockdown to just go through that melee zone, not take anything from the parting blow.
Take the likely 2 damage bleed, get up to there, and hooked, yeah.
Which makes the counter attack a bit better for Fillet.
It does. However, Pinvice
makes that counter attack actually horrible because that now will have a dodge on it if she's bleeding.
Yeah, well, Pinvice has a dodge on every column of her playbook.
Yeah, but with the lower defense counter attack coming out of Fillet, you get the dodge because you're bleeding from Meat Hook. You get the dodge from a playbook result.
The first dodge isn't until.
Okay, so it's quite high up. So it's not
5 hits, so it's not guaranteed. But yes, there is the option there to get a double dodge away.
Yep. It was defensive stance.
And defensive stance. And we get 1, which is 3 damage.
3 damage.
Counter attack, very important here.
So 8 dice
8
coming
dice,
in.
needing 4s.
So basically, he's just free now.
Oh!
Didn't dodge up. Oh.
2, 4, 6 on. So 6 hits from Fillet. Oh. And he's healed. So Fillet has hit her knockdown. And
so
she is going to knock down Pinvice. And the ball will scatter. Which opens the ball up.
And the one
towards the active player.
Which
and the
is
active
Henry.
player is currently.
Active player is Henry.
Okay.
I believe.
I believe because it's currently Pinvice's...
It's her activation.
No, it's Pinvice's activation, but it's Philip's counterattack, so she is active
Okay.
at the time of the knockdown. So the knockdown is resolved as if it was Mike's active.
Okay.
And then after it's been fully resolved, you revert back and then...
Not being able to see the numbers on the template properly.
Yeah, hinders that a little bit. Yeah. And then that one influence, I guess, is wasted.
Yep. Yeah, going for Philip there seemed greedy.
Yeah. Well,
seemed really greedy. Because there was no... As soon as you're taking that parting blow, there's no way you can reliably actually kill her. I can't help but think the better play, go for it.
But especially with defensive stance, you'd need 3 6s to get the dodge into base contact. And then even then, with a roll like that, 6 hits, she double dodges away.
Well, and you've just made Meat terrifying.
Well, yes, and Boar is barreling straight in. And that is probably Boar's best option out of these guys. You know, you don't want to go after Hoist because Tough Hide reanimates.
Yep. And you probably have to go with Boar before Hoist just comes up and goes, you're not going anywhere. I'm just going to wrangle you for the rest of the game.
Yeah. And with Hook to knockdown, we see a Def 3 Pinvice.
Yep. Def 3 Pinvice.
Who's currently bleeding.
10 health. Reanimate's good.
Reanimate's good for this one. Oh.
So much value out of Reanimate in this game.
Yes. So what the player's discussing there, Mike, they're just asking what Pinvice's playbook's like on counterattacks.
Because he's aware that once Reanimate's gone, a counterattack
is available. So
and also we've seen engaged by Philip.
Yeah.
Which is why that knockdown was the correct call rather than dodging out. No momentum on the side.
Momentum on that Butcher's half of the table is encroaching.
Yep.
I think he's trying to block his goal with his cards.
Yep.
Def 3 and Boar hits like a truck. Misses only 4-5 of his things. It is a wrap.
It's a big old hit.
So that's 8 net hits. Momentum's 5 from a 4 and a 1. So 2 momentum generated.
And apparently that's Pinvice only had 5 health.
Oh.
Oh, the parting blow would have done some damage.
Of course, yeah.
So I think I'd mismarked something there.
Yep. So Reanimate has triggered.
And it looks like Pinvice is finally going to go down.
Yeah. Well, Boar needs to hit not many. I think it's 4 hits. And yeah, he smashes her in the face. 6 successes. Kill with momentum. So that is Pinvice down. Michael scores another VP. He's on 4. Henry is on 4.
4 VPs apiece now with Pinvice going down.
And I don't know if Mike was checking. I don't know if he managed to do it or not. He was positioning to see if he could engage both.
Yeah, engage them both. And I don't think he could have, but the position he could have gone would have meant that counter-attack was not safe.
Yep.
You know, obviously, if there's a kill of Pinvice sitting there,
yeah, you take
it.
The ball's in a... It's actually not in a bad place now for Hoist.
Yeah, just skip round. So players just discussing amounts of momentum, and this is not the first time this has come up. They really need to be making sure that they're keeping track of their own momentum.
Our judge really should be having pen and paper there next to them, tracking momentum,
just keeping note of momentum.
Yeah.
Obviously, a judge isn't there to just enforce and tell everyone they're wrong. They're there to ensure that correct play is going on between both players, make sure everything's done accurately.
Yeah. I mean, I think if Mike tidied his half of the board, he'd be better.
It'd be a bit easier, yeah. There's just kind of stuff everywhere.
It's just a mess. You can see Henry there, very clean. Yeah. Got a clear view of his table. Surely Mike would like to tidy that up a little bit.
Where do you sit on the momentum tracking? How do you do it?
Me, I have a D12 that sits on my goal token, and I tell my opponent at the start of the game, my goal token's very flat. It's not quite the...
It's not just a disc.
It's not a disc. It's got a little stick on it, but I put that to one side so that we've both got a clear view of my momentum, and I track it as I go. Every attack, I turn it up 1. rather than going attack, 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 attack. I generated how much momentum just then?
Yeah, you don't want to backtrack. You want to reactively do it rather than, okay, I did 5 attacks, I took 5 momentum results, so I got 5 more.
Yeah, unless I know I'm playing someone like Shark and my activation is literally just going to be to generate momentum, in which case I go momentum, momentum, and as long as nothing failed, as soon as something fails, I'll
make sure
stop
that
and go,
keeping up to date.
Turn it up, and then carry on. Yeah.
Oh, velocity.
Oh, it's velocity. What?
Skipping round the side.
Yeah.
Guessing just taking the parting blow from Princess.
Yeah.
And spending 1 to shoot. And Henry very confident here. Spending 1 to shoot, and I'm going to get it straight back again.
Yep.
And
so, goal to Henry there. That is 8-4 to Henry.
8-4 to Henry there. And velocity in a terrifying snapshot position there.
Oh, yeah.
You've got Mother, good at passing. You've got Hoist, good at passing. And you've got a ball going in the middle of the lot of them.
All the webs.
And look at those burrow markers.
It is not a great place to put the ball.
And this might be a similar situation to what we saw in last game where he goes for a goal because it feels right. Where in fact he should be just booting the ball up.
That ball should be going straight up to where that upside down AoE marker is. There is
to
no
that
player
one part on the pitch.
Near Princess.
That should be going up to the one part on the pitch that isn't covered in cards and tokens.
Yeah. You should. Oh, we've got a. So we've got a contest for a snap ball. They drew.
And Mother takes the ball. I mean, this can be reacted to. It is the Butcher's player's activity, but he seems to be measuring out for a goal, and I just can't help but think.
Goal is the wrong call. I can't help but feel that ball should have been punted over towards Princess. Yep. Princess gets it, runs into a corner.
It just sits there.
And you let the Butchers go to work. Like, they are happy just to fight it out.
Yep. The only real scary damage that's going to come in from that team is from Pinvice.
Pinvice, and that wind-up is, granted it's short, it's only one activation.
You can control that wind-up. Just kill Ratchet.
Kill Ratchet, and that wind-up goes. You lose Overclock, you lose Tooled Up. At this rate, his cards will be in his opponent's end zone. End zone?
End zone.
What am I talking about?
Wow,
wrong game. Oof, that's awkward.
Tough crowd. Oh. Confirmed. Got confirmation through from Rich Loxham there. Who's just walked past. Giblin has been fired.
Yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
We did it, boys.
I'm going home. Right. So, what is the play to get the ball back? Boiler? Is Boiler the right one?
I mean,
he tackles on 2.
I just don't.
That's it. He's going to kill her.
He's going to try and kill her. And so the plan is we're going full luck, boys.
Of course.
He's playing for the kill on Mother, which is Mother has 2 health left.
Yeah.
And a lucky scatter, hopefully onto Princess, and then he can look like a mastermind.
Yeah. Yeah, when that scatters in the 2 6 inches, lands on Princess. Played for.
Yeah. But yeah, Mother's totally done here.
Yeah. 3 successes, 2 moments of damage.
So that is. We have our first single VP, so that is Michael up to 5.
Yep.
Michael up to 5 VPs.
As if by magic, the score will increase to 5. There we go. The ball lands. Oh, God. It's a roll off to see if Meat Hook can get it.
Another roll off.
Henry's advantage.
Does Henry want this?
Oh no.
Is that a player
Meat Hook must not have been in range.
Is that a player that's activated?
No. Ratchet's not yet activated. But Boiler
is during Boiler's activation.
Yeah. However, that looks, because that ball a ball is not. Oh, that's a 5-inch marker you've got down in there again. What are you doing? Get your 6-inch marker out.
No, that one's 6.
Is it?
Yeah.
1, 2.
That's a 6.
Oh, you're right. It is. Yeah, 4 inches between these 2 points and then 2 inches out.
I'm right because I can count.
All right. Fair enough. Don't need to be like that.
You don't work here anymore, Giblin. So,
any influence on Ratchet? Not that we can see. We can see the same as you.
So we're assuming Boiler is going in to try and get a push. I mean, Boiler's got 2 influence left, right? So he can't
push, dodge, tackle.
But he can't score.
He can't score. And he can't
Do you not just go in and beat up Ratchet a bit?
Yeah. Unless you go in, you tackle, you push dodge, you release it, you give it to Meat Hook. You can't unsnap the ball if you're engaged, but if he disengages, that
might be what he's looking for.
That's the only play I could see there. He gets 5 hits, which is his full playbook. Knockdown, lucky scatter.
Do you think he's going to do it again?
Go on.
Come on, I want to hear the words. Just to clarify, we have the players mic'd so we can hear what they're saying.
Can you guys do Madden-style screen drawing?
I'm afraid not.
No. He's gone for the knockdown.
He's gone for the knockdown.
Lucky scatter.
But he didn't say it this time. No. He didn't say he's going for the lucky scatter.
No, we're saying it for him.
Boo. Go on, onto ball.
Direction, 5, in the 5. All right.
Sure.
Boiler, just ruining the game.
Yeah, just going in, like, I'll get a lucky scatter eventually. Hey boys, let's play football.
He's gonna get himself in range for the snapshot.
Yeah, just
set that Boiler snapshot.
His way up. No, he's just gonna try and get a bleed out, surely.
Yeah. Just go.
3 momentous damage on that one on Ratchet, leaving Ratchet, by my maths, on 10 health and bleeding.
I believe it might be higher than that, though. Because Henry's marking in the middle of Ratchet's health there. So something's gone wrong again. Maybe there's a heal that we missed.
Yeah.
Hoist here. Walk up, punch.
The ball wrangler.
Yeah. So Henry there just walking forwards, getting up into...
Push. Oh.
Are those tokens...
What
no
is
influence?
That token for down at the
I think those tokens might be, I've got no influence on this model.
Oh, okay.
You know,
just like, I mean, I can't help but if someone ain't got an influence, I'd rather just not have a token there. Yeah. For me personally, that's a better representation. As soon as I see a token next to someone, is that goal influence? Is that?
I think though, what the people, I know quite a few people use them for when they've got 0 influence activations.
Just so they can track
it. So they can track when they take that away from the model, they know they've activated.
Yeah.
Which I can see the use for, but myself personally, I know if I've activated a model.
So time update. I think it's 9 minutes 40 on Mike and 17 minutes left on Henry the clock muncher.
The clock killer.
Chewing that clock down.
Yeah. And what we're seeing here, Meat Hook trying to go for goal. What's Ratchet's playbook like? Can he?
I think he's got a knockdown.
I think he's got a knockdown. I thought so as well. Yeah, knockdown on 4. He'd be rolling 7 dice, needing 4s and 1. Probably not reliable, but also not something I'd bank on him not getting. If that was my game plan.
But does Mike want to score?
No, you just kill Ratchet. He's bleeding. He's bleeding. Is he knocked down? Yeah, he's knocked down. He's bleeding. Just go kill him.
Okay, yeah, he's going for the punch.
At least 1 punch.
Bonus times.
He's 2s and 1. 1 misses. 1 is armor. 6 net. Hits. Full playbook. 4 momentous damage. He's now hooked, so she gets the extra dice. There is a nice push. You're not going for goal, are you, pal? No. No.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy. Kick 3-6. Bonus timing up to 4 dice.
Henry just probably sat there like, yeah, cool, good idea, man. Go for it.
He gets a screamer.
So he gets a screamer. But
and that is now 9-8 to Michael. He has pulled ahead and given up possession of the ball.
And we've seen Who Are You again. So Meat Hook now with that vengeance token on. Meat Hook, by my maths, on 11 health.
So our maths has been off this game. We've not done very well, it seems. Tokens for Pinvice's Legendary. Very good call. We might have missed that. Potentially. I don't think it is that, though. I don't think I've heard Pinvice call Legendary at any point.
No.
There's no influence left on the table for the engineers. So I wonder what momentum scores are like. Henry,
I think it's nothing and what was it? Nothing and 3.
Nothing and more.
So the green was the momentum, correct?
I have no idea, to be honest.
I think it was red is Henry's VPs.
Yeah,
yes, that's 8. That matches ours.
9, so he's on 3. Yeah.
The blue dice is Mike's.
Good
VPs.
powers of deduction.
Yeah. And then the 3 will be the momentum. And judging on the dial from Henry, no momentum for Henry. So it's
direction 5, distance 1. Oh, straight towards Princess. Get ready for those Princess goals. End of turn. +3.
Just the doggo.
Just
Come
dog.
on. Doggo goals.
Doggo goal to win the event.
Doggo goal.
Hashtag go on Princess. that's a rubbish hashtag.
I want to see a doggo goal.
I just said hashtag and then was like cheering for Princess.
It's all right. He's not a community manager anymore. He got sacked for his awful comment earlier. So.
He's snapping the ball and then unsnapping the ball.
Boom.
Boom.
So he's going to, I'm guessing, I mean, the weird thing is he has to go with Boiler here because the counter-attack with that Vengeance token from Ratchet guarantees the knockdown.
Ratchet's knocked down.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. So the Butcher's player wins initiative.
Ratchet bleeds out. Ratchet bleeds.
And Ratchet bleeds to death.
Not to death.
No, not to death?
Yeah. He's on 6 left, apparently.
He's on 6 left.
I think it's Boiler with 4 here. Kills Ratchet.
Gets ball. Bangs it in.
Bangs it in. That's the play, surely. And
no, stop.
Doing not.
Don't do that.
What's this?
What are you doing?
Yes, she's your striker, but she's not your ideal.
No, don't do that. I mean, if you want to do it, if you want to add some tents, you go with Boiler. You
stab.
You kill Ratchet.
Leaving Brisket off. Leaving Fillet off. Was that?
It was Brisket. Fillet didn't get taken out last turn.
Leaving Brisket off. Oh, Fillet thinking of going in.
I don't understand why you'd go for that. I mean, if you want to add some tension, activate Boiler, kill Ratchet, get the ball, and then go for a snapshot from Meat Hook.
From Meat Hook.
Just for fun.
Just to make the extra 4+.
Yeah.
I mean, if you make that pass, you win. But you could tension it, yeah.
This should be game.
This should be game over. Game over, man. Game over.
Yeah. And I just don't...
Are we missing something, Twitch chat?
Yeah, is there something we're missing?
Is there... What?
Are we missing something here that why you wouldn't just activate Boiler?
Boiler can still take 4. That's 2 very reliable... Wait, he's on 6 health.
I mean, even if he doesn't kill him, he just push dodges him out of the way. He doesn't need to kill him.
He's knocked down. You attack twice, get 4 damage on him. That's 2 momentous damage, 2 momentous damage. Very reliable. He's 2's armor 0.
Yeah.
To Boiler. That's 2 momentum, 1 for the shot, 1 for the bonus time. Then you sprint. He's got 8 inches. That's probably about...
Yeah, and then you just bang it in.
2 or 3 to the ball. 5 back. You might even get in tapping range.
You just bang it in.
And then you have 3...
If you want to get greedy and you roll if you roll well enough, you take the 3 damage twice, you kill Ratchet and then score. But either way, it's
this
bizarre. There's no way that any players coming back on the pitch can change the position of where that ball is.
Yes. Okay, so you are going to lose a dice, but you're bonus timing it, so you're still 2 dice needing a 3 to win potentially the tournament, depending on how the Alchemist game goes.
Yeah.
I'd take that. Twitch chat, would you take 2 dice needing a 3 to potentially win a tournament?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Or alternatively,
there we are.
You just man up and do it with Princess.
Well, yeah, that's the other one.
So he's measuring it out. So he's checking his options, seeing which he thinks the most likely.
How is the Alchemist game going? We do not have any runners available, so we can't get any information from the Alchemist game. Lunch has arrived, and there is 31 minutes left on the round timer.
What's for lunch today, Jamie? What we got?
Oh, it's everyone's favourite, good old convenient Subway.
Oh.
Round time are updates on their player clocks. There is 6 minutes left on Michael's and 14 minutes left.
No, I'm not sure that. Did we get that the wrong way around?
Oh yeah.
No, we didn't get that the wrong way around. That was definitely Henry's hand that just hit the clock. So we are right.
Yeah.
So we have 6 minutes. 6 minutes left.
Yep. Guys say all day, hell yes for the 2 dice, and yeah, we agree.
Jamie, you can have your job back.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I have the power.
Yes.
Okay, so Boiler going.
Oh, good.
But Okay. Why is he? What is he doing?
Oh, he might just be checking that he's within an inch.
That's
okay.
So he's gone to get the ball first and just run back to where he was. But he's going a peculiar way around this because he needs. Yes, all hits.
All hits. That's 3 momentum damage.
No, you've got no momentum. Why? What are you doing?
Oh, he's push dodging to get in. I believe. I figured it out. He's done that.
Oh yeah, he's going to drag him in.
Drag him in.
No, why would you do it?
Because I believe Henry just said we measured last turn. From where you finished, you were out. So if he went back to where he was,
I know why he's push dodging, but he's going to end up engaged. He's reducing his dice even further. He's done this in a really peculiar fashion.
Well, he's knocked down. Ratchet's knocked down.
Oh, sorry, you are correct.
Yeah.
He goes for a shot on goal with the bonus time.
Up to 2 dice, and he gets
it.
4+. That is
well played
game.
By the Butcher's player.
12 points to Michael, 8 points to Henry.
Well played.
And well, he went about it differently to how we'd have done it.
I mean, ultimately, it ended up where we said with the dog on the ball, and he won because of the dog with the ball.
We called it,
but
just went a bit differently, is all.
I mean, I guess there were multiple ways that boiler activation went, and with our advantage of the bird's eye view and the fact that this game, there's nothing important riding on this game for us apart from your job because you kept saying silly things. But yeah, there were peculiar. You took a peculiar route there. The fact that Ratchet was knocked down was a big part of it.
Huge.
But yeah, I mean, it was solid play. It was one of those weird games where it was
solid play from both players.
Huge start, big start, slow grindy middle.
A little bit of a tar pit.
One goal goes in, and then goal.
Go.
So you can see the importance of why Henry was just guarding that ball with his life at the start.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where to start for this game. So, turn 1, big pin vice play, takes out loaded up Philip, denies that to the Butchers.
The important part of that was the fact that he was aware of the threat because of the kick from Philip and dropped the ball. Into a safe place, didn't take the ball with him.
No.
He just dropped the ball off. He was like, do you know what, I'm not in a mad rush to score here.
No.
I can see the play that is going to come to hurt me.
Yep.
I'm going to be intelligent about it. I'm going to go in. I'm going to take what's been offered to me and give up nothing in return. Shouldn't have given up nothing in return.
No.
You saw a misplay at the start of the second turn by the Butcher's player, where he's gone in with Boar. When we kind of spoke, we thought Meat Hook was the better way. Still not nailed on,
not
but
guaranteed, but
more likely.
Tool up Boar, potentially engage, put out Hooked if it's there.
Well, it was you tool up Meat Hook herself.
Oh,
that was the one we were talking about at the top
yes,
20. So we had a Pin Vice who was on, I believe, 3 health.
It was definitely 3. Yeah.
I mean, and then you saw even after what we considered the misplay of choosing to go with Boar, his playbook selection was off when he went with Boar. Should have taken the push on his second result.
Disengage, recharge.
Didn't.
Strip, reanimate. Meat Hook can finish that.
So yeah, that's a peculiar play. It was cagey. You could tell it was a tense one.
Oh yeah.
You could tell it was a tense one. I mean, we can see the players on our camera chatting about it now.
Yeah.
Michael looks like an absolute nervous wreck.
He's ghost white there. You can
see him
on the right
picture there where they're talking through things. But no, really, really enjoyable game.
I can check on tiebreak right now to see if we have had the live feed, see if it's come through at all.
Do we know if that was the final?
We have
so we
not
have no
yet
confirmation on the Alchemist
confirmation
result.
on the Alchemists, yeah.
There is 27 minutes left on the round.
Yep.
So basically the situation, if it's James Long wins this, we will have a 7th game.
Yep.
If James Long loses that round, then that is the tournament, and Michael has managed to win Vengeance using Butchers.
Yeah, who saw that coming?
Me.
Yeah, sure.
No, I did not see that one coming.
All right, so it's currently 2-0 in the Alchemist games
with
to James Long.
26 minutes. So you thought that one was a cagey one. It sounds like this one never really broke out of the cagey.
I wonder who kicked.
And I wonder
because in the new OP document, if
it's
Craig
a draw,
grab one, then the kicker wins.
Yeah, I'm
and
also
James, I believe, has actually already won a game because of that rule.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I'm very curious to find out how many hits it took Harry to kill someone.
Yeah. Or Vet Cat. I
mean, Harry.
Yeah, probably Harry. But in our games, and myself against James, we both played Alchemist for quite a while.
Yep.
And in our matchups, I always played Smoke, he always played Midas. And the Smoke has always come through in that matchup for us when we've played it off.
Yeah.
Because she can put out conditions far more easily, which allows Vetcat that freedom to choose a target.
Mm-hmm.
And even though they're high def, you don't need many hits to get that Intensify off.
Yep.
Maybe interesting.
It's going to be a close one.
8-0 to James. Big activation.
8-0 to James,
so he just killed someone with Midas and scored.
I really sincerely hope that is like a takeout and then a witness me takeout.
It'd be 8-2, wouldn't it?
Oh, it would be 8-2. It's definitely not that. You're right.
That.
Your boring one's right.
Yep. Sorry.
Damn it. But yeah, that's probably going to be Midas finishing someone off,
yeah.
then going in, banging a goal in.
That 6 VP is very reliable.
Just a big. So I mean, it looks like we can't guarantee.
Can't guarantee
but
anything.
We're assuming we'll be back
with
for
8-0,
a seventh game.
Seventh game. It is currently lunch. 24 minutes left on the round timer. Then about 40 minutes for lunch. So we'll see you again in about an hour. But keep your eye on Twitter and Facebook for any updates if we jump ahead. And I guess we'll see you again for potentially Alchemist Butcher final. Thank
you very much for tuning in.
Yep.
We'll catch you in a bit.